Hi guys, Andrea Mills here. Today I'm going to give you guys a tour of our bedroom. I had been doing videos a long time ago on all the rooms in our house and how they're organized, and there's a few I had never got to, and the bedroom is one of them. And since I'm doing my theme this month of a lifelong love, I thought it'd be a good time to show you where I spend a lot of time with my lifelong love. So here we go. So the main functions of this room are, obviously this is where we sleep, this is where we get dressed, this is where we take care of babies a lot, and this is also where I do my sewing. So as we go around, I'll show you how each of those things is organized in the room. You can probably hear some little kids out there playing with their Play-Doh, being noisy. I'm going to start here with the bed and just give a little pan around here, and then we'll look at each part. There's the curtains open there. Forgot to close those ones. Okay, so this whole room is about 12 by 12, I think, and this is an Olympic queen bed, so it's the same length as a queen, but it's like 6 inches wider. Tom actually won it back when he worked at a furniture store. We did have, up until about 2 years ago, we had a 4-poster bed frame. It was just a metal bed, but I wanted to get rid of that though because it had a footboard that made it hard to lay fabric out on the bed when I wanted to cut it for sewing and for other reasons. So we got rid of that. Plus it gave us about 6 or so extra inches of walking space right here in this area, so it was nice getting rid of that. When we got rid of that bed frame, we were able to put in these lamps up here on the wall, and that's really nice, so we didn't have to have those down on the bedside tables. This is a very recent addition to our bedroom. This was hanging somewhere else in the house, but we had to move it for some other project we were doing, so I hung it above the bed, and I'm happy with how it looks there. This little nightstand thing I got at Hobby Lobby. I wanted a place to store diapers, so the top drawer just has like miscellaneous stuff in it that I want. Then this next one down has my wipes and baby powder, and then the next one down has diapers, and the bottom one doesn't actually have anything in it because we have a little trash can right there and it gets in the way. So I changed the girls' diapers right here on my bed because I don't have any place for a changing table. So the diapers and wipes are right there, and I lay them right up here, and we change diapers in here, and then I have the little trash can so I can throw them away, and that gets emptied once or twice a day. If I go to bed and there's a stinky diaper in it, I just take it and I set it out of the room so that I don't have to smell it all night. I have all my reading material and pens and things like that. My cell phone charges there. Normally there should be a phone there, but it's been packed off apparently. Now, since I sew in this room, I've already done a video talking specifically about my sewing stuff in here, but I have a fold down ironing board on the back of the door, and then my iron and a spray bottle there so that I can iron while I'm working. I'm not going to show you in here today, we'll save that for a different video, but this door here, sorry about all the yelling kids out there. Anyways, this door here is what we call the utility closet. Originally, this house was built in 1940, and this was a closet for this bedroom, and there was another one on the other side. But before we bought the house, the wall had been torn out between the two to make one bigger closet, and that's where I kept my clothes until we really needed more space for other things. So now that's where we keep like the vacuum cleaner and paper plates and just like random stuff like that goes in that closet. Then this dresser we bought when we first got married at a secondhand store, and if you've seen my KonMari video on clothes, I think you've probably seen inside there. The top is where Tom and I keep our like socks and underwear and things. Then we have our pants, and then we keep some of his work clothes down in the bottom, like working like dirty paint jobs and things that are going to have dirty clothes. Work gloves and safety goggles and things like that are in the bottom. On top here is This is a message in a bottle he made me once. He wrote me a message and then he etched this bottle that he got for me, and it was really cute, so I keep that on top. And half the time this dresser is covered with a mess, but we had some major damage to it when we put a humidifier up there once when someone was sick. Hopefully one of these days, I plan to redo this whole room at some point, but I haven't got to that yet. So anyways, this basket is where we keep prizes for our game night. Our neighbors across the street gave me this with a bunch of baby stuff when, I think when Claudia was born. And so we reuse the basket to keep our prizes in now and just have a candle up here. Then this door here goes into the bathroom, and I had a hook hanging on there so I could hang my flowers to dry, but it sort of became my necklace hook. I have a new plan for storing all this stuff, but I haven't got to that yet either. One of these days. Oh, I'll show you. This is something we just put in very recently. Tom put this shelf up high for me, and this has all of the crafting and sewing stuff that I used to keep under the bed. I didn't want it under there anymore. I haven't labeled the last two because I wasn't sure what was going to go in them, but right now that one has birthday party decorations and things, and then this one has jewelry making supplies. This one has scrapbook supplies. Then this is just like random craft stuff, and this has all of my things like zippers and trims and all those kinds of sewing things. And this has yarn and knitting needles and stuff like that in it. And then here is where we keep our clothes. When we bought the house, this was Tom's closet, but now we share it. And then here on the side is where I keep my baby wraps, and they're just hanging on some of those old 3M hooks so that they were easy to grab when I wanted one. And I painted this door when we first bought the house in this leopard print, and somewhere on here it says T+A for Tom plus Andrea, but we never could find it again. I don't know where it was, but it says it somewhere in there. Kind of hard to see in there, it's kind of dark, but I'm going to show you anyways. Inside the closet, above here we keep a few extra blankets, and then this is my little color coding system for Tom so he can quickly find what he wants to wear. So see the hangers have little things on them. So one black means it's one of his Omega Computer shirts. A black and a red means that it's just a t-shirt. A purple and black means it's like a dress-up button-up shirt. Light blue and black means it's like a sweater or a sweatshirt. And 3 black means it's an old shirt that he uses for working around the house. So this is all of Tom's and my clothes, aside from the few things that we keep in the drawer. I have a couple skirts in there, and he has a couple pairs of pants. But let's see if I open this. Maybe this will give some more light so we can see better. We always wear everything matching, so all the clothes are hung up by color. You can see that it's brown day today, so our brown stuff goes right here, and we've just worn red and orange, so they're in the wash. But everything's hanging up there. My clothes have pink on the hangers, and then I just showed you the system for Tom's clothes. Then on the ends we have extra baby-sized hangers and extra adult-sized hangers over here. I wanted a closet organizer, but I didn't want to wait until we could get around to that project, so I just bought some of these plastic drawers, and there's a double stack on each end like that, and then a single wider one here at the bottom. So in this one, the top drawer is where I keep stuff for like whatever upcoming party we're planning right now. We're gonna have Eden's birthday soon, so stuff for her birthday party is in there right now. And then when that's gone, whatever the next holiday or party is, all the stuff for that will go in there. And then down below I have extra diapers and wipes that aren't in the other place where I keep them. If I run out of room, I just set stuff on top. So she had a few birthday gifts that were a little bit big, so they're just sitting on top. And then my extra pair of shoes are sitting on top also. On this side we have all of our swimming stuff organized in drawers. So we have girls swimsuits, boys, and then accessories. And down below I have, what is there, some maternity things. I don't even actually remember for sure what's on all those drawers. I think I have a couple pairs of shoes in there. Then on this side, it's very hard to see, but I have extra sheets and pillowcases and things like that. Then, I don't know, this is just some random stuff in those drawers. I think Tom's got a pair of slippers and an extra pair of shoes up on top of there. Then on the back of the door is our robes, my nightgowns, our little chart to tell us what we're wearing. And I did right here, until like 3 days ago, have a spinning tie rack that we used to put Tom's ties on when he wore a tie every day, but he doesn't wear them anymore. So then I had all my scarves hanging on it, but after like 15 years it decided it didn't want to hang there anymore. It just fell off. So I just put all my scarves on hangers here. Let's see if you can see that. I don't know, you can't really see that, but I just hung all the scarves there on hangers instead of re-hanging the tie rack. So I have a few skirts and things on those little hangers that you can hang lots of things on. Okay, so next to the closet, this is what I call the baby dresser right here. And I keep all my birth supplies in the bottom. And then I usually have like stuff that I'm getting ready for the new baby, so maybe like the new blankets and new clothes and things like that go in the middle drawer. And then here right now currently is where Claudia's pajamas and socks and things are, and like her grooming stuff. And then this one has her diapers and wipes in it, and receiving blankets. I'll probably go through all this more on a different video. But then we have our Moses basket on top where the baby sleeps when we have a new baby. And one of the other things I wanted about not having the footboard was then when I have a new baby, I can just pick the baby up out of the basket and then lay them down right here on the bed to get their diaper changed and take care of them. And down next to the dresser I keep the baby scale, and my other weight scale is there too. I have to carry it out to the living room to use it because it doesn't work on the carpet, and everywhere has carpet and there's no place to keep it, so it just hangs out there, and then if I want to use it we just pick it up and carry it out. Then hanging on the wall, let's see if you can see it, but this is a little cabinet thing that I hung up here with plaster casts of all the kids' hands. So that's Asher's hand when he was a baby, that's Thomas's, and Judah's. It's hard to see where the reflection. And that one is Justice's. And I can't see Eden's, Solomon's, and Sophia's, and Miss Claudia's. And we have room for a few more in there. Always hoping. And then a few pictures above. My sister gave me that picture, so it seemed like a good place to put it. And then my mom gave me that when I was pregnant with Thomas, my first baby, so I hung that here in my little baby area. Up above there, that was a picture, you can't even see it, it's a brass rubbing from when my mom and I went to London. I made it at Westminster Abbey, and it had 4 girls on it. And when she died, I took it back, and so I hung it here too. And this is also a little figurine that my mom gave me for our anniversary one year, so it sits right here. I did have a little small urn with some of her ashes in it that sat right here too, but then when we went to California last fall, my dad spread her ashes at the ocean, so I gave him mine so he didn't have to use his, so it's not sitting here anymore. Now this is also, I should say, where I make videos. So I have my light thing there, and then I bought these lights as a simpler way of lighting when I needed it, so that's what those are. I'm not sure if I like how they work or not, so I don't know if I'll keep them, but that's what they're sitting here for. You can see out in our backyard, there's our jungle gym and our tetherball out there. So this is my sewing corner. This is where I keep all my fabric, like my manuals for my sewing machine, and I just like patterns and things that I'm currently using go there. This is fabric that I bought for projects that I haven't made, and these ones have been waiting a long time to get done. My sewing basket's on top that has some of my sewing tools in it. More fabric down there. That's where we keep our little mini laundry baskets, because I stand here and I fold the laundry on the bed, and then when I do that, I lay out the baskets for each one of the kids, and then when we're done, we put them back there on the shelf. Have a little trash can for throwing away thread and things when I'm sewing. I just bought that fabric yesterday. We're going to make some Easter dresses for the girls, and that's a little bit more stuff that I bought yesterday. So this is where I sit and do my sewing. This is also where I sit and film videos a lot. So this little box right there is just the perfect height for putting my camera on. So I set it right over here on the corner and set my camera on top, and that's where I sit and visit with you guys all the time. Then underneath of the dresser are these two baskets, and that's where I keep all of my patterns. Then finally over here, this is Tom's side of the bed. So he's got his nightstand with whatever random stuff he wants to keep on there. This is our audio Bible. This is what runs it for the whole house. We have an iPod here on this little thing, and then it transmits it to the rest of the house. There's a picture of us back when we had 4 kids. I think I just showed that in our wedding video recently. And that's one of us. That was like 2 months after we met. We had that picture taken. I worked at a school, so on school picture day I had him come in and we had some pictures taken. Otherwise we would not have professional pictures taken right after we met. This dresser, or this mirror, used to hang above the baby dresser, but at that time that dresser was on this wall and then the bed was the opposite way. But because of the closet, I couldn't have a nightstand when it was like that, and I really wanted one. So that's when we flipped the whole bedroom around, and I was able to have a nightstand over here then. But the mirror didn't have any place to go, so it's just kind of hung there, being sad since then. I forgot to mention that the baby dresser is special to me because my grandpa had this in his barn, and they were moving back when I was 16, I think, 15 or 16, somewhere in there. And I was helping him and Grandma pack one week. I went up to stay with them, and I found this out in the barn, and I asked about it, what he was going to do with it. It had a big split in it right there. And without me knowing, he refinished it, fixed the split leg and refinished it, and had it all nice and ready for me and gave it to me. So that one's a special piece of furniture to me. One more thing before we're done here is I will mention the painting on the wall, because a lot of you guys have asked about that. If you saw our house tour video from the really old one we did from 2004 that I just put up, then you'll know that I painted it. But this is something that I did. I painted this back when Thomas was about 18 months old, so it's been about 14 years, I think, since I painted the walls, and I sort of regretted it about halfway through the project because it took a long time. But I liked how it turned out. It looked nice when I was all done. And but I'm ready for a change, so I'm really planning. I have a lot of plans for stuff I want to do in here. I want to repaint the walls. We desperately need new curtains, so I want to make new curtains. I want to make new bedding. I want to refinish that dresser. We need to refinish the door. Tom had taken those ones off a long time ago and refinished them, but we never have done this one. And just, you know, fix all the trim, and there's lots of things that I want to get done in here, but things take time, so one of these days I'll get around to it. The ceiling fan there, one more thing, really one more thing. We did not have, we just had a regular light in here until we got rid of that bed, but when we did that, that was actually the real catalyst that got the bed out of here. Was when I was pregnant with Claudia. She was born in August, and I was so hot. Even with the air conditioning, I just felt like, oh, I'm gonna die. So I was like, I really want a ceiling fan, but we couldn't put a ceiling fan in here without getting rid of that bed. So got rid of the bed. He installed a ceiling fan, and I blessed him over and over. I was so happy having a fan that I could come lay under. So that's really when all that happened. So there is a tour of our bedroom. We still have a few more rooms yet to get to. So one of these days, those other rooms will happen. We'll do the kitchen, the utility closet, and my office. I think they're the 3 places that are still left to tour, so that will happen eventually. Until then, thank you guys for coming over and spending some time with me. If you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you, and I'm so glad that you're here. We make videos on large family living in a small house. We homeschool, we do home birth. Next month we're going to be starting some more videos on herbs and healing at home. So lots of things that we're going to be talking about coming up. So if you haven't subscribed, I hope you'll consider that. And for everyone else, I'm so glad that you were back today, and we'll talk to you again very soon.